presenting to the Mayor of Copeland, Councillor Mrs. Margaret Woodburn, Mr. John Boney, Mr. Andy Gregory and Mr. Gene Miles of Wigan Rugby League Football Club, along with Jackie Reid representing the British Amateur Rugby League and Graham Smith, head of Sellafield site representing BNFL, who are the event's main sponsors. A quick rundown on the two sides. Cumbria, number 1, Darren Wilson, Walney Central. Number 2, Andrew Clark, Barrow Island. Number 3, David Seeds, Kells. Number 4, Howard Hill, Hensingham. Number 5, Barry Quayle, Hensingham. Number 6, Mike Pethwaite, Glasson. Number 7, Craig Murdoch, Hensingham. Number 8, Mark Harrison, Hensingham. Number 9, David Proud, Hensingham. Number 10, Gary Turnbull, Hensingham. Number 11, Mark Broadbent, Walney Central. Number 12, Simon Knox, Hensingham. Number 13, Graham Morton, Kells. The Cumbrian subs, Paul Graham, Kells. David Stockdale, Seaton. Anthony Hill, Hensingham. Neil Thompson, Millen. And John Pilkington, Hensingham. The Australian Combined High School side, number 1, Damien Chapman. Number 2, Brett Grogan. Number 3, Michael Butner. Number 4, Tim Horan. Number 5, Shane Putman. Number 6, Craig Simon. Number 7, Andrew Harding. Number 8, Clinton O'Brien. Number 9, Chris Sheldrick. Number 10, Andrew McIlwain. Number 11, Scott England. Number 12, Matthew McKee. Number 13, Anthony Paley. Number 14, Roger Best. Number 15, Sid Domick. Number 16, Craig Makepeace. Number 17, Craig Weston. The referee for tonight's game is Mr. Steve Nicholson. The game will be played under international rules. This means that each side has nominated 4 substitutes, each of whom may be used as a replacement at any part of the game. A player who has been substituted may not take any further part in the match.
A warm welcome to the Copeland Athletic Stadium here in Cumbria for the Australian schoolboys' second game of this tour of England. They're taking on Cumbria Youth here, 13, here at the Copeland Athletic Stadium. Let's quickly run through the two sides. Cumbria Youth line up with Darren Wilson at fullback. 2 is Andrew Clark on the wing. 3, David Sees. 4, Howard Hill. 5, Barry Quayle. 6, Mike Bethwaite. 7, Craig Murdoch. 8, Mark Harrison. 9, David Proud. 10, Gary Turnbull. 11, Mark Broadbent. 12, Simon Knox. 13, Graham Morton. And the substitutes for Cumbria Youth today are Paul Graham, David Stockton, Anthony Hill, Neil Thompson and John Pilkington. The Australians line up with Daniel Chapman at full-back. The wingers are Brett Gogan, Shane Butman. The centres are Michael Butner and Tim Horan. Standoffs Craig Simon. Scrum half Andrew Harding. The pack lines up with Clinton O'Brien at prop, with Chris Sheldrick at the right-hand side and Andrew McIlwain on the far side of him. The second rows are Scott England and Matthew McKee, and the loose forwards Anthony Paul. And the substitutes for Australia really do have a first team look about them. 14's Roger Best, 15 Sidney Dominic, 16 Craig Makepeace, and 17 Craig Weston. The referee for tonight's game is Mr. S. Nicholson, and his linesmen are Mr. R. Gordon and Mr. J. Price. The reserve officials Mr. I. Ledrick. The game will be played under international rules. In this age group, 35 minutes will be played in each half. Substitutes are allowed on the bench. All 4 can take part in the game, but once a substitute has played, you can take no further part. As we get ready for the kick-off, the Australians are comfortable winning their opening game just one day after arriving here in England. We had a word with a few of the players after the game, and they were quite pleased. There were some impressive performances in that game last Friday. People like Sidney Dominic, who's on the bench, Roger Best, Craig Weston, who's also there. Tim Horan, who's in the centres today. He's a lively centre. Full-back Daniel Chapman also likes to get forward. The rest of the players didn't really have much part to play in the game, other than Michael Butner, who came on a substitute. As we get ready for Mr. Nicholson to get us underway here. The Cumbrians didn't have a good game against the Australians last time these two sides met. 60 points were put on them, so they'll be looking for a bit of pride here against a strong second Australian 13. And they've immediately won a penalty. There's a lot of people here, good 2,000 as they were at Knowsley Road. Not as big a stadium as Knowsley Road, and there's more of a homely feeling for the home side at least, and I'm sure that they'll get behind the Cumbrians in the attempt to give Australia their first defeat. Turnbull with the first real drive of the game. Well met there though by Clinton O'Brien, and O'Brien's in again to make the second tackle. Good tackling from the Australians, straight into the work from the start. Sheldrick to Simon. Simon gets the ball away and then the chip comes in, but it's going to be picked up by Simon. He's getting a bit confused there. Craig Murdoch with a little chip over the top. Cumbria have won another penalty, not playing the ball correctly. They were penalised for that quite a few times at Knowsley Road on Friday. And the Cumbrians here with a very early chance to get some points on the board. Peter Solis, we were also talking to him after the North West Counties game. He was reasonably pleased with his side's performance, and rightly so. They put up an excellent first half game and then maybe tired in the second half, but they didn't let North West Counties score. They put up a great defence performance in that second 35 minutes. And coach Keith Davis, Cumbrian coach of this game, he's got his work cut out. Side could get an early lead here, be a great relief. That's a good kick, just drifted wide of the right and upright. And it's going to be a drop restart. As you can see on that far side, people standing on the banking and all around the pitch. I'm sure they come to expect an Australian win. But if the Cumbrians could produce a shock here, well, it would be really a shock. Wilson drives the ball in. It's good tackling again from the Australians. Scott England and Matthew McKee in there. Knox driving the ball forward, gains a few yards before he's brought down. And then Turnbull. Good tackling again from O'Brien. And number 10, Andrew McIlwain. And now the kick comes in. That's a good one. It's a high one. Daniel Chapman will pick it up. He had a strong running game when he came on as substitute on Friday. He'll be looking to do the same here today. Brett Grogan drives the ball forward a few yards. O'Brien gains a few more. Now, can it be moved? No, going for another drive. Scott England, but it's well met there for some good tackling from the Cumbrians. Not much variation by Australia yet. And I'm sure that they'll put the kick in now, yes. Back it goes to Daniel Chapman. Oh, that's a great kick from Chapman. Put it down the touchline to a tee. So the first real pressure on either side is number 7, Craig Murdoch, feeds the scrum. Won't get anywhere there though, the Australians running straight away. Turnbull driving the ball out. Oof, Mark Harrison hit with a big one then. Just shelled it there, snapping at his ankles. O'Brien, that must be his 4th or 5th tackle in this opening section of the game. And back it goes for the kick. Just inside the Australians' half, and they're looking to move the ball now. Shane Buckman, oh, he goes through the first tackle, but he just was caught then as he looked to get away. Which is unfortunate. Chapman from acting half gets the ball to number 3, Michael Buckner. Buckner got the ball away, but did little else. It's a good drive, good tackle as well, though, from Mark Harrison. On number 10, Andrew McIlwain. Another good tackle there from number 13, Graham Morton. The ball was knocked back then. I think the referee's going to signal a knock-on though. Excellent tackling from the Cumbrians here early on. Both sides are putting up good defensive performances. Yet we've seen little of the ball being spread, and the Cumbrians have won another penalty. Mr. Nicholson not standing for any messing about. Nicholson from Whitehaven. Oh, was that knocked on? No, it went backwards surely. Stand off. Craig Simon looks at the referee, looks at the linesman, and being given a scrum. Cumbria flew around in front of that then, and I've got to say that Craig Simon knocked the ball backwards, and it didn't seem to like a touch. Murdoch dives into the scrum to get the ball. Play on, says the referee. Cumbrian ball. Harrison again drives the ball forward a few yards. Crowd gets the ball to number 10, Gary Turnbull. 6 minutes gone. Apart from that penalty goal early on, we've seen very little of either side, attacking wise at least. As the Cumbrians lose the ball, and number 5, Shane Buckman, comes away with the ball. Sheldrick going from acting half. That's a good run from the hooker. There's a bit of holding down there from number 5, Barry Quayle. And the Australians are going to get their first penalty of the game, Craig Sheldrick. We just can't find for the minute. I was just going to give you statistics. We'll have a quick look through, and then we'll tell you a bit about Craig Sheldrick, sorry, as the Australians drive forward again with McIlwain. Oh, that's a good ball from Sheldrick. He found Clinton O'Brien, who's just held up on the line. Good defence from the Cumbrians. Can the ball be moved wide? That's where it's got to go on and knock on. From stand-off Craig Simon. It's still the Australians going forward. Brown said the referee, and again the pass goes loose. You've got to keep your eye on this game. The Sheldrick goes for the long ball to Simon. There's been an offence. Knock on, says the referee. Well, I think it had looked up a few minutes earlier. They'd seen another one. Murdoch to feed the scrum. Just going back to Chris Sheldrick. He's from the Yankee Agricultural High School in the rural southwest of New South Wales. Chris is a very talented young hooker at 18, weighs 11 stone 7, height 5'8". Chris has represented the Riverine region in many rugby league representative teams and is a very capable cricketer as well. He hopes to be graded with the Winfield Club in the future and been named in the run-on side in the test match against Barla. As we finally do get the scrum, Murdoch behind it, picks the ball up. Coming up to 10 minutes gone. The pressure really on the Cumbrians here, but they're surviving for the moment. As the hooker David Proud goes on a little run. Back it goes to the kicker. Oh, he just got that one away. And it's going to come straight back, I'm sure, by Chapman. Chapman, who hosts the ball wide. That was adventurous to Butner. Butner, can he get past his man? He gets the ball away to number 4, Tim Horan. Horan cuts inside. He played in that first game against Northwest Counties. He nearly got the first try of the game then. Grogan gets the ball to Butner. Butner gets the ball away. A superb pass there to number 7, Craig Simon. Andrew Harding. The ball went from Harding out wide again to Butner, but there's a knock on. And just as the Australians are looking to open things up, the pullback. Murdoch feeds the scrum. It came out a bit late though. We're going to have to have a retake. Murdoch. He's lost that one though, away from the Australians. Harding has a long ball and Chapman just manages to pick it up. Simon gets the ball to number 13, Anthony Pauling. Pauling quickly plays the ball. Now it's Clinton O'Brien's turn to drive forward, but he's well met there by the standoff, Mike Breathwaite. Harding to Simon. Simon gets the ball away to Butner. Butner to Holland. Holland, oh, he just ran out of runners then, and his runner who was coming, number 5, Shane Butman, just didn't come inside of him when he should have just tried to run outside. Simon gets a long ball. It's well picked up though by the hooker, Chris Sheldrick. Sheldrick gets the ball away, and then we have another loose ball, and this time the Cumbrians will come up with it. A good tackle there. Not quite sure. I think it's number 8. Yes, number 8, Clinton O'Brien. He's had a big part to play in this game already. And there's another big hit by him. And number 10, Andrew Elwyn. Oh, that's a good pass from Graham Morton. Morton got the ball away to Proud. He in turn got the ball away to Barry Quayle. He managed to race into the Australian half, and now we get the kick and a chance to relieve the pressures on the Cumbria team as the ball rolls out of play, so we'll get a 25. Pauling getting nowhere there. Good tackling again from the Cumbria youth side, and I think it was number 11 there, Scott England, losing the ball. And the Cumbrians push for a spell of pressure. Let's see if they can put something on. Spreading the ball wide, and he's just tackled Howard Hill as he managed, or tried to manage to get away from his man, and he's also took a knock from that tackle. Finally does play the ball. Proud gets the ball away to number 13, Graham Morton. Proud again from really rolling acting half, and there was no surprise really that knock-on came about. 13 minutes gone. Still no score. There's number 4. I think it's Howard Hill. Comes off the field. He took a knock as he took that ball in. And Paul Graham comes on. You spot Paul Graham, there he is, making that first tackle there. He's got no number on his shirt. Just to help us out. Oh, that's a good tackle from number 7, Craig Murdoch. Picked the ball off number 9, Chris Sheldrick. Sheldrick, who we were telling about before. For a hooker, he's a real big lad. Good tackling again from the Australians, O'Brien. But he's done something illegal there, Brian. And I think this fella forward, number 11, Scott England, may have come in a bit late as Michael Butner shouted over to have a word with the referee about him. Michael Butner, captain tonight. Yes, there we go, late hit, says Mr. Nicholson. A chance here for the Cumbrians to get some points on the board. They missed that early attempt with the penalty, but that was far to the right of this one. Still a long way out. Scott England from Camera High School on the south coast of New South Wales. He just break off for this kick. Great chance here for the Cumbrians. Silence around the ground as that kick comes in. It's got the length, but I don't think it's got the right direction. No, just to the right of the post again. Scott England, age 18, weighs 14 stone 3 pounds, height 6'1", enjoys music, surfing and touch football, and hopes to play rugby at the highest possible level in the future. Certainly not had a bad start here. The substitute, Paul Graham, brings the ball away. Oh, he just stripped over his own feet then. There's a shame. Turnbull driving the ball in. Both he and Harrison and Pride and Broadbent have done a lot of work early on for the Cumbrians in both defence and attack. It really has been a forward battle so far. Murdoch kicks the ball away and brings in number 12, Simon Knox, out wide. He can't really get anywhere against Butner. And now we'll get the kick. Butner in there. So there's a few other Australians, but the Cumbrians come up with the ball. Gary Turnbull there making a great take in the air. Pride drives the ball forward. Oh, that's a great hit by Sheldrick, McIlwin and O'Brien. Morton can't find a way through. And now we'll get the kick again. This one by Murdoch. Oh, there's a knock on surely there by Brett Grogan. Brett Grogan from Cairns High School on the far north coast of Queensland. 18 years old, 11 stone, 5'9". Our first real opportunity to see a lot of these players for the Australians. Michael Butner there making the tackling captain tonight. He did come on as substitute. Tim Horan played most of the game, as did Daniel Chapman in the second half. He came on as substitute. And apart from that, a very second string lineup by the Australians, giving everybody a chance. As number 10, Andrew McIlwin, he'll be looking, as will Clinton O'Brien, to force a place in the test match. Oh, that was a good ball from Murdoch, and just really a slip catch by number 12, Simon Knox. Buckman drives the ball in field. Murdoch was never level then, but he gets away with it. Chapman goes along, doesn't really get anywhere before Broadbent brings him down, and I think Broadbent and Pride were just doing a bit of over-tackling then. Yes, says Mr. Nicholson. Line on the play of the ball. The Australians will get the penalty only their second of the game. A lot of famous players have played for the Australian schoolboys. People like Benny Elias, Andrew Ettinghosen, Paul Surinam, Greg Alexander, Brad Clyde. I'd like to apologise for the call failure. There's a try there for Anthony Harding.
The try for Australia scored by Andrew Harding.
I'll change that, Andrew Harding. Scrum off. From Yankee Oak Agricultural High School in the rural southwest of New South Wales. Andrew, a skillful and constructive halfback, will stand off. He's 18 years of age and tips the scales at 12 stone 10 pounds, 5'8" tall. He hopes to be named in the test team against Barla. His future plans are to study veterinary science. We again apologise for the breakage of quality then. We had a power failure. I can assure you Andrew Harding's try was a great individual effort. 90 minutes gone. The Australians get the first try on the board and give Daniel Chapman the chance to pull over his first goal again. Most of that try was beyond all our control, but it wasn't beyond Andrew Harding's. Great effort. Chapman tries the big one. Oh, that's an excellent kick from Daniel Chapman. That deserves applause.
The goal kick by Damien Chapman. Cumbria 0, Australian Combined High Schools 6.
I'm sure you heard the score in the background. The Australians get on the scoreboard after just 20 minutes of this game. It's been a real tough and rugged 20 minutes. Forward battle, definitely. Little movement out wide, but number 6, Andrew Harding, from, as I said, Yankee Oak Agricultural High School in the rural southwest of New South Wales, gets the first points on the scoreboard, and Daniel Chapman has a great conversion. Oh, Butner, superb take. Chance here for Michael Butner if he can get away. Can he go around the fullback? It'll be brilliant if he can. Oh, just pulled down by Darren Wilson. Excellent tackle. And Butner's not pleased about something there. He lost the ball in the tackle, and the Australians are going to get a penalty. Wilson penalised for pulling at the ball, something that you can't do this season. But Butner was really away, then he took that ball excellently in the air, and it seemed as if he would go the full length until Wilson brought him down. Simon and Harding moving the ball wide. Butner there, Chapman also. Chance here for Horan. Horan gives it to Grogan. He goes in at the corner. Yes, the second try of the game for the Australians. Just a few seconds after that first one, and that really will do the Cumbrians in mentally. Andrew Harding's try just after 90 minutes. The next one after 21 by Brett Grogan. 2 minutes difference, but it could so easily have fallen to Michael Butner, who tried his luck down the wing and nearly came up trumps, but a great tackle by Daniel Wilson. Then the ball was moved wide and Brett Grogan was there to really some easy draw and pass. We were telling you about Brett Grogan before. He's from Cairns High School in the far north coast of Queensland. A speedy and constructive outside back, it says in the programme. So we can confirm that here after that try. He enjoys all sports, but expresses a special interest in athletics and certainly does have the speed. He hopes for the future in studying at territorial level and to be a good first grader in the Winfield Cup competition. Every player here wants to play in the Winfield Cup competition. It's not surprising, and when you think of some of the competition that they fought off to be here, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot, if not all, make that ambition. Chapman lined up his second kick of the game. Again, it's off the touchline, or nearly off the touchline. And put over the first one beautifully. And he's had a good go at that too. Oh, he's just gone to the right of the post. But he wasn't far off then, Daniel Chapman, and that was a difficult effort to put over. Cumbrians being given a lot of support after falling to 2 tries here in 2 minutes. And now 10-0 down, but not out of this game by a long shot. The Northwest Painters side win the game right to the end, and maybe if 1 or 2 decisions, like the manager said, and then Morrison had gone their way, they could have well have made the score a lot closer and given the Australians a real scare. Pauling driving the ball forward. The Australians look to have a real feel about the game now. They've given up that early loss of confidence and really starting to move the ball. Let's see if we can move it wide as number 9, Chris Sheldon, tried to take on the Cumbrian forwards. Simon deciding to go it alone, needed some support, or if he just could have found somebody then to the right of him, there might have been another try for Australia. Horan, who's looked impressive early on, fires Butner with a man inside if he can use him, he throws it inside. And Cumbria are going to come up with the ball. The player hadn't gone into touch, just number 9. David Proud took a real jump at his marker. Proud doing his natural job now, acting half. As O'Brien gets in there with the tackle. Simon gets the ball to Morton. Morton bumps off the first chance, but he can't get past Scott England. Back we go for the kick. Chapman, not time then, has to give it away. Chapman driving the ball forward. Grogan with men outside. It was a slight pass there from Grogan. The knock-on is going to be given against the Australians. Minutes of the break. The Australians leading 10 points to 0. Both sides have been told to just take a breather as one of the Cumbrian players gets a bit of first aid. Number 6, Mike Bethwaite. Murdoch gives it to Bethwaite, who goes for the little chip. That's a dangerous place to play that sort of kick. Mr. Nicholson is certainly pointing at something. I think it's the Australians again who are going to get penalised. Yes. Michael Butner being shouted over just to have a word with Mr. Nicholson about something that Tim Horan was doing. A bit of pulling, I think. I'm not quite sure on who. The Cumbrians have certainly won the penalty stakes at least in this half. Have a chance maybe to put on some pressure at the end of this first 35 minutes. Get a try here just before the break. It would really put the pressure on the Australians in the second half and give them a real hope, and maybe they'd come out in that second half even more fired up than they came out of the first after the national anthems. And that's a nice little movement. Morton though didn't really have much room to manoeuvre. Proud misses the 2 dummies out, decides to go alone, gets a high tackle by number 10 Gary Turnbull, but the referee plays advantage. Wilson. Now Proud moving the ball to Murdoch. Murdoch wide to number 6, Michael Bethwaite. Bethwaite gets the ball away, but his man's easily knocked down. Substitute Paul Graham. Now we get the kick from Murdoch. That's a delicate little chip forward, and there's a mess there by the Australians, and a try for Cumbria. Does Mr. Nicholson give it? I think he has, yes. Mr. Nicholson's given that try there for number 6, Craig Mike Bethwaite. Or has he? He's given a dropout, touched out behind the line. Well, I found the Cumbrian crowd thinking that they'd gone on the scoreboard then for a minute. Graham driving the ball forward. Putting some pressure on the Australians now as we approach the half-time break. Knox gains a good 10 yards there before Butner brings him down. Oh, that's a mistake by Murdoch. And the chance that was just starting to come for the Cumbrians. That will now be pushed away. Clinton O'Brien driving the ball forward. Matthew McKee sees very little of him with the ball in his hands, but he's gained a few yards there. Butner with the chip for into chase, but it's going to go into touch. It's going to reach number 5, Barry Quayle, before it'll reach Howard. Unfortunately for Quayle, he was only able to knock the ball on. And we're going to have a substitute here. The red cross being shown, which means that the player can come off for 10 minutes without being counted as a substitute. Blood bin. And number 15, David Stockdale, has come on as the Australians come forward with Buckman.
David Stockdale for Mark Harrison.
Coming on for Mark Harrison. As Buckman goes forward, but he's well covered up there by 3 or 4 Cumbrian players. Gary Turnbull on top, just having a few words to Buckner, the Australian schoolboys captain for this game. Good tackle there from number 11, Mark Broadbent, as well. Clinton O'Brien gets the ball away to Scott England, and if there had been anybody around Scott England, then the Australians would have certainly had the third try of the game. Simon, oh, he's going to go it alone here, Craig Simon, yes, and he's over for the Australians' third try of the game. Craig Simon with a brilliant piece of individualism.
The try for Australia by Andrew Harding.
I'll change that and apologise to Craig Simon. It wasn't actually you, it was Andrew Harding who went in for the try. My apologies to Craig Simon and to Andrew Harding. But that was a great piece of individualism from the Australian scrum half, whoever it may be. That was Andrew Harding's second try of the game. He's had a very useful first half, and I do keep getting mixed up with Craig Simon. Chapman with his third conversion from that touchline. And again, it's going to be difficult. He's put 1 from 2 over. He's certainly had the length on the other 2. Just lacked the direction on the last one. Chapman, that's reached an excellent kick again, but he's just drifted to the left of the post that time. As we approach the half-time break, Australians now leading by 14 points. Matthew McKee driving the ball forward. He's getting another 10 yards there. Pride gets the ball to England. England again makes his way through before number 12, Simon Knox, and Mark Broadbent, his fellow second row, get the ball down. Harding gets the ball away, and chance here for Daniel Chapman. He's going to go over for a great try for Australia. Daniel Chapman underneath the post. And Australia hit Cumbria with 2 tries in 2 minutes on the 20-minute mark. Well, they've done the same again here on the 30-minute mark. Andrew Harding went in a couple of minutes ago to start the try again. The 2 try in a minute again. Daniel Chapman really raced away down that touchline. It's a good work from Pauling, and from Harding. And Chapman making sure that he's not made the kick so difficult as Grogan and Harding with the other 3 tries did for him. So the Cumbrians just falling behind here as we approach half-time, and the try that we were hoping that they were going to get, or looked like getting a few minutes ago, just hasn't materialised. And instead we've had 2 Australian tries, and the gap really has now started to open up a bit. Still a long way left in this game. And like North West Counties did on Friday, the Cumbrians have got to show that resilience and keep plugging away and not let the scoreline run away from them. Chapman, that's a better conversion from him. It was a lot easier one as well, and he puts that one straight through.
The try converted by Damien Chapman.
And that's Chapman's second goal. And 4. Cumbrians make sure that this one goes really deep. And it's Chapman back there again to drive the ball out. It's a good run from the full-back, but he's well met by some hefty tackling from David Seeds. So he's just moving into the middle to help his forwards out there. Harding gets the ball to Simon. Simon, that's an excellent ball to Horan. Horan, can he get the ball away to Grogan? Yes, he can. Grogan must go in here again. Oh, he's got support with McKee inside, but there's a forward pass been called. And that would really have been an exceptional try for the Australians again. And that was unfortunate then, because Mr. Nicholson dropped what would have been one of the tries of the tour, and this is only the second game. That was an excellent piece of passing. Simon and Harding both got excellent balls away. Horan went down the wing. Grogan got the ball, gave it inside, and well, I'm sure Matthew McKee won't be too pleased at Mr. Nicholson's decision. We're into injury time. It's the end of this first half. And it's been the Australians who've looked the more likely to put the points on. And have looked the more stronger as the half's worn on. As there goes the half-time whistle. So the Cumbrians will get us underway here for the start of the second half. And I'm sure that their coach, Keith Davis, and their coordinators, Roger Blair, Jackie Beach and Terry Fitzsimmons, will have words to say at half-time. 20 points to now dive here at half-time. If we could get an early try, and then maybe another and another, always looking the bright side of things, they could still get it back in this game, but the Australians really, their second 11, have been as strong as, maybe not stronger, but at least as strong as the first 11 showed on Friday. They certainly had to battle a lot more than they did early on. Graham driving the ball forward. Broadbent has to go back inside, and Butney, who's leading by example as captain. Murdoch and Bethwaite get the ball away, but a great hit on Graham Morton. But Murdoch couldn't get the ball there because the player running in front and instead had to go behind. Boren and Sheldrick were given an easy tackle to make. Murdoch has been one of the few lively players for Cumbria. He's looked to make something of things. As we go back to the kick from Darren Wilson. He did miss 2 penalty attempts in the first half, which I'm sure he won't be too pleased about when the score was still 0-0. And the Cumbria's only falling behind after 20 minutes of this game, conceding 2 tries in a minute and 2 tries again in a minute of the 30-minute mark. Got a penalty here, and Wilson again will keep the touch. They don't need the 2 points now, it's got to be the trying conversion. And let's see what the Australians' defence will be like here at the beginning of the second half on their line. Substitute, number 15, David Stockdale, driven by. Well, that's good play from Broadbent. He really didn't need to run at the players like that then, but he did, just to show them maybe that he can hit and run as hard as any Australian. As number 4, Howard Hill, goes on a bit of a run. Murdoch, again his players not running with him. Again, a bit of crossing. Yes, Mr. Nicholson going to give it. He ran across and then behind the centres. And he really does have to start his runners out, Craig Murdoch. Him and Mike Bethwaite haven't had the best of support out wide. Best is coming on in this second half. Roger Best, the Australians. Matthew McGee, who was denied a try just before the break by Mr. Nicholson. He really did mess up that play of the ball. A very simple mistake to make. A scrum down, it's going to be a Cumbrian feed. Roger Best had a very good driving and tackling game against North West Counties. And I'm sure he's just come on to relieve the pressure on the forwards who really had to get through a lot of work in that first half. A lot of them, it'll be their first game on the tour. Morton goes forward and Best meets him head on and knocks him back. Good support though from McIlwain. Now Murdoch with the kick, that's a high one. What will Chapman do with this? He's had to watch his feet, but he gets away from the two men chasing forward. Chapman, can he turn defence into attack? No, good tackle from Simon Knox. Grogan goes forward and then knocked back. Anthony Pauling lost the ball then for a second, but he recovered. Keeps hold of possession. Butner going from acting half. Looks round for some support, but he can't find any, and the Cumbrians pile over the top of him. And apologies to Michael Butner, it's Clinton O'Brien then. Two do look familiar with their fur hat. We go back to the kick again. Paul Graham, without a number, lets the ball roll out of play. The Cumbrian put him in the scrum. We haven't had the best of scrummaging in this game. It's been really tight stuff, neither side with any weight advantage, so neither side able to push either off the ball. Murdoch moves the ball to Bethwaite. Bethwaite looking for his runners, but he couldn't find them quick enough, or before Clinton O'Brien had moved up to make the tackle. And Pauling in there over the top as Bethwaite knocks the ball on. Scrum's going to have to be taken again because the Australians haven't packed down. The Australians were ready to pack down, but the Cumbrians weren't. That's a better scrum. Harding gets the ball away to Simon. Can't get anywhere past Morton. Pauling gets the ball away, but his runners have just run a bit too far in front of him as the Australians come up with the ball again, but it'll be pulled back for a knock on. Murdoch. And then Wilson. Wilson can't get anywhere though. The Cumbrians haven't done much going forward as yet. Graham drives a few more yards. It really has been, they've had to resort to the kick because, as you see there, the Australian tackling has been really ferocious and they've lost the ball again. And number 10, Gary Turnbull, doesn't look too happy about things at the moment. That was a really big hit on him. And although the Australians have given away a penalty, again they've made the tackling felt. Oh, that's an excellent ball to Simon Knox. But Knox well met again by the Australian tackling, which has been really excellent. They've not missed one tackle yet in the match, I think. I think Cumbria have won another penalty. Substitution going to be made. It has been made by the Cumbrians. Mark Harrison has come back on. He's come back on, out to the blood bin. As you probably heard in the background. The blood bin means a player can go off for a certain amount of time, and if he's fit to continue, and come back on without the substitution, without the replacement, being called substitution. Get the words out in the end. As the Australian player stays down and still receiving attention off there to our right. And I think he's going to come off. He looks like he's got a bit of concussion there. I'm not quite sure it is for the moment. See when he turns round, but number 15, Sidney Dominic, he's coming off. Murdoch gets the ball away to Morton. Morton makes a hard break, needs some support, finds it out wide from Graham. Graham, oh, he should have given it Wilson inside then. But the first real opening for the Cumbrians. Wilson to Murdoch. Murdoch with Bethwaite out there, goes for the chip over the top. He looks for the 2-minute green and gold shirts around. Yes, there is. Roger Best breaks forward. Sidney Dominic, who just come on, had a great game against North West Counties, 2 tries, and maybe the man of the match award is Horan. Breaks away on the right. Oh, that pass to number 5, Shane Buckman. If it had been perfect, would have seen the winger away then for Australia. Just going back to Sidney Dominic, he really is an exciting player at a really tender age of 16. The youngest player in the squad. We had an interview with him after the game and had a little talk, and I think he's settling rather well. He certainly enjoyed the game and all that, and he'll be looking to play in the test matches. He's an excellent prospect for Australia. His 2 tries he scored against North West Counties were real beauties. Say down on that. Morton, well hit again by the Australian forwards. Cumbria seen more of the ball and more of the territorial advantage in the second half, but have yet anything to show for it. Still 20 points to 0 down. Chapman, he's one player could run through 3 or 4 tackles and create something. He run through 2, but he's finally brought down that by Seeds and Murdoch. Simon gets the ball away and then looks inside, but there's going to be a knock on. The ball's going to be pulled back. Again, it's number 5, Shane Huckman, the angry reception. As Cumbria make another substitute, number 6, Mike Bethwaite's coming off. Cumbria again lose the scrum. That's the second one against the feed. The Australians have won. As Sidney Dominic makes his first run with the ball. Gains a few yards before he's brought down. McKee taking a good drive there. Always a late challenge going in for a few Cumbrians on. Number 9, Chris Sheldrick. before he gets the ball forward and also gets a little knock for his troubles. There's a green and gold player, Australian schoolboys, down on the far side as Dominic comes in as does Grogan with a tackle. Grogan again with Best and England. So a long way left in this game, a good 25 minutes at least. The Cumbrians lose the ball again. Best from acting half gets the ball to Harding. Harding gets the ball out to Butner. Butner with Shane Buckman on the wing, and this time he gets a good pass, but he's knocked into touch. And Buckman not pleased about something. Shane Buckman from Miller High School in the western suburbs of Sydney in New South Wales. Shane, an outside back with loads of pace, it says in the programme. Age 18, weighs 13 stone 7 pound, height 6 foot. Has represented Western Suburbs Magpies Club. Hopes to have a career in first grade and the Winfield Cup. Harrison on after receiving those stitches. Takes his first drive of the game. Has come through it unscathed. Back we go for the kick. It's been something that the Australians have had to fend a lot of. The Cumbrians not taking any chances, kicking very early on the tackle for 2 or 3 guys and then straight down the field. It's been the right tactic to play. Sydney Dominic looked to have played the knock on. Australians moving the ball wide without any pace. Buckner starts to provide it. Buckman again, the link man. Pride again with the tackle. That's a good tackle from Seeds. Meets his man well there. Best. Moving now into a more scrum half position. As the Australians win a penalty. Or is it a turnover? Yes, it's a turnover for the 6th tackle. Harrison driving the ball forward. Oh, that was a bad pass to Simon Knox. He really had no chance at all with that. Grogan picks the ball up for Australia. Oh, good passing again for the Australians, but the final ball by Tim Hammer and Horan just fell behind his runner out wide. Chapman driving the ball forward, Morton in there with a high tackle, also Wilson and number 9 David Pride. That was a high tackle. Again the referee lets it go finally, the ball falls to ground. Play on says the referee. Chris Shelby with an excellent cover tackle. Oh, and that's another big hit from the Australians. They've come out with some in this game and they've lost the ball again, the Cumbrians. Butner going forward, he really does look very powerful out wide, and it's took another 2 or 3 plays to get him down. Best, another strong runner, gains good 10 or 15 yards. Reminds me a lot of Hugh Wardell, Roger Best. As Sidney Dominic plays catching with the ball, but he can't keep hold of it, and Cumbrian come away with the ball. Mark Harrison is trying to be in the centre of everything since coming on. Being back on, we should say. Tackled by Illawalla. As again the Cumbrians put in the kick. Shane Buckman with a lot of time, but not really much room to go with it. He's been well driven back there by the Cumbrian tacklers. Sidney Dominic gets the ball away to Falling, Horan, Grogan. Oh, this is excellent from the Australians again. Grogan with a superb and throws the ball inside, and it's intercepted. As substitute number 14, Anthony Hill. I've got to say that it says Anthony Hill here in the programme, and I'm quite sure that that number 14 Paul Graham, and I think the unnamed shirt was Anthony Hill on the far side. Butler makes a great tackle. Cumbrian program's certainly been confusing here tonight, at least. Kept us all on our toes. They come in with a kick again. And that was a real good one. That's a long one. And Chapman has to make a great take. But he's now got room to run forward. He goes past Seeds. But he can't get past number 11, Mark Broadbent. Forward to Butner. Butner tries to go around Morton. Morton brings him down, but he lays a real skillful pass there inside to Butner. Very cocky indeed, but he got away with it. Again, there's 2 or 3 players look like they've got a bit of an injury on the Australian side, so they'll have another stoppage. So I'm sure that we can have 3 or 4 minutes on to the 20 or so minutes that are left. And we've yet to have our first try this second half. We've had 4 tries altogether, but they all came in 2 2-minute periods, one after 20 minutes when Harding and Grogan both went in, and then another 2-minute periods after 30 minutes when Harding and Chapman went in. Chapman converting 2 of them. Before, in between and after that, we've had a real forward battle. We've seen very little ball being moved wide. Cumbrians have had very little opportunity to do that because of the Australians moving up so quick. The Australians haven't moved the ball wide, because when they have, they seem to have just become a little slack and knocked a few balls on and made a few bad passes. But when they have got it right, it really has been some excellent rugby. Especially after they got that 4th try. Murdoch lets his man come round, then dummies them both and goes his long. Oh, good play from Murdoch. Craig Murdoch showed us a neat bit of skill then, but he just couldn't get in. There's an overlap on the far side of it can be used. Chance here for number 12. Yes, it's going to be a try for Cumbria. Mr. Nicholson gives the try as we have an all-in brawl. Oh, there's 10 or so players involved as the Australians and the Cumbrians both run in. And number 12, Simon Knox, isn't bothered. He's come up with a try, as you can see, the joy in his face. He's got the first points for Cumbria in this game after some 18 minutes of a half, which pinned the score back to 20 points to 4. Knox going it alone after a great little run by Craig Murdoch had opened things up. The ball was moved to that far left-hand side where there was a clear 3 to 4 overlap, 4 to 3 overlap. And Knox took it on himself to chip through. Maybe the green and gold felt that they should have had the ball. Knox took full advantage and went over the line for a real good try for Cumbria. I'm sure that will fire them up even more and give them a bit of confidence. Converted. Down Wilson with the attempt. He's got the height, maybe just going to die, yes. Unfortunate there for the Cumbrian fullback. His 3rd attempt, and he's missed all 3. Again, that one just lacked the legs. Australians with an amazing statistic of playing 50, 149 lost, 1 point scored, 1,625, and points against 247. And I'm sure that has to be changed after the last game against North West Counties, but not by much. Wanted to read, played 51, 150, lost 1. 253 against. The 6 points that they conceded. But they've conceded another 4 here today. As Morton drives the ball forward, and I'm sure now every Cumbrian player will be looking to do likewise and get them back in this game. The Australians' defence has been impeccable. As again we see that ferocious tackle, Scott England there with his 3rd tackle in a row. And back we go for the kick. It's been a good tactic this by the Cumbrians. They've worked it well. Just 2 or 3 drives, then kick it straight back down and put the pressure back on the Australians. And I think Mr. Keith Davis and Roger Blair and Jackie Beach and Terry Fitzsimmons have got to be praised because they've prepared their side really well for this game as Butner drives the ball forward. It certainly hasn't been the walkover that many suggested, as in the North West Counties game. And although the Cumbrians are still some 16 points behind, and the Australians have always looked in control and looked capable of putting 2 or 3 tries in if they really wanted to. It has been a struggle again for them. But we've got to say, this has been a very second 11-ish, second 13-ish look by the schoolboys. Only Tim Horan played in that North West Counties game from the start. And Roger Best and Sidney Dominic, who come on as substitutes, likewise. Horan, not a good kick that one. Again, 5 or 6 yards. 10 minutes left coming up to. A real big drive there. And I think Clinton O'Brien. England drives it forward again. This looks better from the Australians. They look like they're putting a bit of purpose into this. Maybe a try on the lookout. Pauling having to go in himself. No support around him. And what was coming from Craig Simon came too late. Harding gets the ball away. Butner's there out wide again. Has he got men round him? Yes, he lays the ball back to one of the substitutes. Number 7, Craig Weston. The try is going to be disallowed for a forward pass. Scott England tried to pick the ball up. For a moment, the Australians looked like they could get in. And number 17, Craig Weston, he's come on in the last few minutes. Maybe to just shake his side up. He'll be playing at standoff, I should think. That's his natural position. Not quite sure where he'll be playing because Craig Simon and Andrew Harding are still on. Cumbrians get the ball from the scrum. But Craig Weston really did throw some extravagant and excellent passes out in that one against North West Counties. He was in exquisite form. Oh, that's a good tackle on Broadbent by Best. Not the biggest or tallest rather of forwards. He's big, but he's not that tall lengthwise. But he sure packs a hell of a hit when he wants to. Butman drives the ball 5 or 6 yards. And now the Australians looking to move it wide. This is where they really excel. Horan gets the ball away to Grogan. Grogan has to come inside. He walks through 2 or 3 tackles before he's finally brought down. Dale Stockton there making the tackle. He's come back on as Pauling sees the gap in front of him, goes it alone again. Not much support. Grogan waving players to move out wide. It's obvious that's where it's going to go. Oh, Bet Weston with another real scorcher of a pass, and Butner is just unable to get on the end of it. Turnover says
from Wigan, Mr. John Boney, Andy Gregory and Gene Miles have selected the men of the match. Their choice is for Cumbria, Simon Knox.
There you go. The man of the match for Cumbria, Simon Knox.
And for Australia, Andrew McIlway.
And the Australian man of the match, Andrew McIlway. He's done a lot of work in the forwards, tackling and driving wise. And you really can't disagree with the selections of John Morney, Andy Gregory and Dean Bell. I'd like also to say for the Cumbrians, Craig Murdoch's had a really good game, as have David Prout, Graham Morton and Mark Broadbent in the forwards. For the Australians, I think Daniel Chapman's done well at fullback. Brett Grogan's done well in the wing, but really the one player who stuck out for me has been Michael Butner, who's run exceedingly well, and his tackling has been first class too. England has also had a good game in the forwards, as is Chris Sheldrick, as Weston drives the ball forward. Horan with a chip forward, maybe rather a chip more than a kick forward, as Sidney Dominic makes a real big tackle, drive his player right back onto his own line. Best, Butner in there again.
And second tackle, that was too bad.
On Dale Stockton. Best again, makes the hit. Knocking his man out. Morton looks wide. Finds Anthony Hill. He's going to get knocked at the touchdown on the far side by Butner and Dominic. Australia's yet to score in this second half. And while they'll feel that they've got a comfortable lead, I'm sure that they would like to put a few more tries on the board. Craig Simon driving the ball forward, but also being driven back after making the initial break. Here's a knock on against Pauling, who's come on who's playing Newkirk, replacing Chris Sheldrick, who's gone off. Sheldrick moving into the standoff position, as we said. Buckman, is it Chapman? Yes, it's Chapman inside. That's a great run again from Daniel Chapman. When he gets that ball in his hands, there's hardly anybody can stop him. Grogan, oh, he just skipped round one, needed some support, but just came too late from Craig Simon. And Grogan didn't look up for it. Oh, good run from Sidney Dominic. As we get the turnover. Cumbria come away with the ball.
That loud second. Yeah, at least I'm good enough to play centre for Monkey.
Away comes the kick from Cumbria, and the Australians are going to drive it straight back. Oh no. First real mistake there from scrum half Andrew Harding. Grogan from acting half, driving the ball forward. He really is a terror when he comes in field, but he's very hard to stop. Oh, Seeds makes a great dump there on Scott England. Best going forward. Australians just come back into it after that try, making sure that the Cumbrians weren't going to put up a late fight. Now Weston, oh, that was excellent play from Weston. He just went through the tackles as if they weren't there. Paulie gets the ball to Butner. Good ball from Butner to Chapman. He's going to go over for Australia's first try this second half, but their fifth try of the game. Daniel Chapman, his second try of the game, to join Harding, who's also scored 2 tries, and Grogan, who scored 1. And that really does make sure the Australian win for certain now. Great ball from Butner though, to get Chapman through that gap, who really wasn't going to be stopped from that range. As Chapman's given over the kicking role to Tim Horan. Chapman had 4 attempts at goal and kicked 2 of them, but 3 of them were from off the touchline. Fans just starting to drift away now. I think they've realised that the Australians have won this game. We approach the end of the match. they've had something to cheer about with that try from Simon Knox of the Cumbrian fans, and I think there's going to be one last change from Cumbria. Number 11, Mark Broadbent, who's had an excellent game, is coming off, and Dale Stockton, who's been coming off and on all the way through the match, comes back on again. Well, that's a good run from Andrew Harding, again showing his power as he did in the first half with those 2 tries. The Australians made a substitute also while we were watching the kick by Horan. Craig Makepeace coming on. Andrew Micklewayne receives a pat on the back there. He's certainly had a good game and picked up the Man of the Match award, as we said a few minutes ago. Simon Knox, the Man of the Match for Cumbria. Simon Knox, second row, age 19, weighs 13 stone 4 pounds, 5'11", represented Copeland and Cumbria at youth levels, toured with Bala to New Zealand last year. A Great Britain youth squad member also. Looks to have an exciting future in the game. The Australians just going through the motions now in the last few moments of this match. Sidney Dominic, oh, that's an excellent pass away to Horan, he just couldn't pick it up though. As Makepeace makes his first tackle since coming on. Harding and Pauline both helping him out. Morton, oh, he's well tackled by Weston, who's had an impressive little spell since coming on. And trying to make the second tackle, but number 7, Craig Murdoch, who's been one of the few exciting players for Cumbria, managed to get away from him. Oh, Murdoch, no way was that ball going to ever reach his men outside, and Horan picks off the pass brilliantly and goes over for his first try of the game. Excellent piece of play from Horan. Slack piece of play from Murdoch, who I don't think really saw Horan moving into his line, and as he adventurously leaped to get the ball to the touchline winger, Horan picked it off quite simply, and now has his second attempt at goal. Kick this, he'd take the Australians onto the 30 points. They got 32 against Northwest Counties. A shout from the crowd of he's missed it before he kicked the ball. That was a bit unsportsmanlike against Horan, who isn't the normal kicker for Australia, but even so he only just put it to the right of the post. I'm sure the crowd feel that's very funny indeed, but Tim Horan, who now has to put up with missing 2 kicks in this match, and he makes a good take there, but he loses the ball. Well picked up by Dominic. And Andrew Harding being drawn back. Some ferocious Cumbrian tackling as there goes the final whistle of this match here, the second one of the Australians tour. Cumbria convincingly beaten in the end by 30 points, or 28 points rather, to 6.